Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to be here with you tonight. I have a 4-year-old daughter, Sofia. This is my biggest miracle in my life. As any parent here can understand, that makes these issues very personal for me. Because of everything that has happened over the past year, I have spent most of my time away from home and from my daughter. I was organizing a peaceful protest on Maidan every day. I also have been in Washington, Brussels, Strasbourg, and all over Ukraine. Now that I am MP, Chairman of Foreign Affairs Committee, this will probably get worse. This breaks my heart, but I'm willing to pay the price of this heartbreak if it means that my daughter will have the future that all Ukrainians deserve. When she is older, she will at least know that I, together with Alexander, Sergei, and so many others, have done everything in my power to make Ukraine a country that she can be proud to call her home. Being a civic activist for 14 years, I didn't want to go to politics. But at some point, I realized that I had to take responsibility for my daughter's future into my own hands. It wasn't enough to complain from the sidelines. As one of the founders of Reanimation Package of Reforms, a civil society coalition inspired by Euromaidan to pursue economic and political reform, I have been advocating to Parliament and government for policy changes, and we have had a lot of success. But even this wasn't enough. I need to be the part of the change. This is why I made the difficult decision to run for Parliament. I want my daughter Sophie and all Ukrainian children to have the future that includes independence, respect for human rights, clean government, and influence over the decisions that affect their lives. I would like to see my lovely Ukraine as an economically successful country where dignity of every citizen is respected, a country which can serve as a model for emerging democracies in the region. But Sergei, Alexander, and I cannot do this alone. And we may never get another chance to get it right. We need your help. Never before has US support been so crucial to Ukraine. We need your technical assistance. We need your examples. We need your advice. We need your diplomatic and strategic help. We need you to hold us accountable to the democratic standards. But most of all, we need you to keep Ukraine in your hearts. With support from US, we can realize our hopes for a peaceful and democratic Ukraine. Before leaving here, I speak with my daughter who is now in Lviv with my parents, and she asked me to bring some gifts for her from America. And your assistance in passing the Ukraine Freedom Support Act, which designates Ukraine as a major non-NATO ally and would reduce our dependence on Russian gas, will be the best present for my daughter and all Ukrainians. And it's also, for me, it's a big honor to meet Madeleine Albright here tonight. And as the Secretary of State, she named Ukraine as one of the 4 most important countries in the world. Let's keep that designation. Because today, when Joe Biden, it's not written in my text now, but when he mentioned US and the power of US, it's power of ideas. The power of Ukraine, it's power of our people. Today, every day, our people fight in the East during this war against Russian aggression. Every day we have 9/11 because terrorists sponsored by Putin are fighting with Ukrainians, and we really rely on your support. This is a very tremendous moment, historical moment in our history when we get this chance to build a new Ukraine. And Sergei, Alexander, and many other people, my friends in the parliament and in government, we get this chance to build a new Ukraine, and we will sacrifice our time, efforts, and our lives, because Ukraine is the only country that we love more than our lives. Thank you for this award. Thank you for supporting Ukraine. I know many people here as the biggest friend of Ukraine, and Ukraine really needs your support, needs your help. So thank you for everything that you've done for Ukraine.